Now, this is number 13 on the back of the worksheet. So you can tell now that we're getting longer polynomials that we're dividing, but there's no difference in the difficulty level. There's just more rotations in our cycle. So we're still setting up the same way. We're still looking to see, is it in order from highest to lowest exponents? We've got a third, a second. This is really into the first. This is a constant. It's in order. It's ready to go. Nothing's missing. N plus 2 is in order. Nothing's missing. So I'm going to get it ready by putting my one that I'm dividing on the outside and my first polynomial goes underneath. Make sure to leave a little space again, just so things don't get crowded. Boom. Setup complete. Now, remember that our first real getting it started thing is to match. And when we match, we're matching our first outside term with our first inside term. And our first inside term is n cubed. So I have to ask myself, I have one n to the first here. How many do I have to multiply to get n to the third? The answer to that is n squared. So n squared is what goes up above. Keep in mind, we're still 2 places out. So we're going to start this at the second placeholder up top. That gives us an n squared. Match step done. The next thing we're going to do is distribute. When we distribute, we're taking this up above term and we're multiplying it by the outside stuff. So n squared times n gives us n to the third. And n squared times 2 gives us positive 2n squared. These terms should match up exactly as far as exponents go. Okay, there should not be different exponents underneath the terms here. They should line up exactly right. Distribute step done. Change signs. We got to take what we just distributed and change the signs. This is a negative. Now this is a negative. That's done. And our last step is to add down. So I'm going to put a plus sign. I'm going to go underneath. These cancel. And 7 plus negative 2 is going to give me a 5n squared. I look to the right and I bring down my 14n. I'm only bringing down one at a time. Add down is complete. And we are right back up for round 2. Time to match. What are we matching this time? Well, we've got n on the outside. And in our next line, it's 5n squared. So now I need to think about what times n is going to give me a 5n squared. Well, I know I definitely need a 5. It's a positive 5. And I also need another n to make that n squared. So I need a plus 5n up top. Match step 2 is done. Back to distribute. I have to take this positive 5n and I'm going way outside with it. 5n times n is 5n squared. And 5n times 2 is 10n. Distribute step done. I got to change the signs. Make that a negative, make that a negative. Done. And then in our last step, we've got to add down. So I'm going to take my plus sign, draw a little line, these cancel, and 14 plus negative 10 is positive 4n. Look to your right. Oh snap, we got a new one. We're going to bring down that plus 3. Add down is done. And now we are going back up for a third time. I got a third match to do. What am I matching now? Well, still matching that n on the outside. Oopsie. And now I'm matching my new line, which is for positive 4n. So how do I get an n to equal a positive 4n? Well, I just need the positive 4 part. So that goes up top. Match step complete. I need to distribute. Now I got to take the 4, go all the way outside with it. Positive 4 times n. Positive 4 times 2. Distribute step complete. Change my signs. That gets a negative. That gets a negative. Change signs complete. Add down. Positive 4 and negative 4 cancel. 3 plus negative 8 is negative 5. I got nothing left to bring down. This is my remainder. So I did 3 cycles. 3 cycles of match, distribute, change signs, add down. 3 cycles of it. And I finished my add down step. Now I'm ready to give my answer. When I give my answer, I take whatever's on top, n squared plus 5n plus 4. I need my remainder, minus 5 over, and I'm going to put that over what I divided by, n plus 2. This is the answer to the question. I hope you followed this along pretty well. I tried to do it in different colors so you could see which stuff is where. Please take a second to go over this one again and then move to the next slide.